Omo, Omo, the secret is about to explode. This one a bomb is about to be explode. And if this bomb explode, God. Anyways, it's not even a new thing, safe. You see, this matter, they kept this secret for too long. Now, finally, Buhari is dead. Anybody who knows anything about Buhari's death, everybody will come out to say something. Now look at what this man is saying. This is Professor Farouk Berogi, a professor of journalism in America, said that Aisha Buhari divorced Buhari before Buhari's death. You didn't hear me. Professor Farouk Berogi said, this is a professor of journalism in America, said Buhari's wife Aisha divorced before Buhari go the other side. Now the question is, how did he know? Is this true? Could it be true or not? That is the question. Then I was like, what is happening? What is going on? I said, let me do small waka. Then I saw a Sahara report already carried the news that Buhari's Aisha divorced Buhari before Buhari died, before Buhari died. Now I'll read you the news, but before then, let me tell you something. If this is true, because this is just unfolding story, which a lot of people will dig into to truly find out the truth. Because if this is true, that means everything you hear about Nigeria, it is true, there's no doubt. If this could be, if they can hide these secrets as somebody of presidential, former president, his wife divorced him just like that, nobody knew about it. No, something is wrong somewhere. And if this is true, let me say, anything they've told you about Nigeria, it is true. You don't need to argue with anybody. Yes, it is true. You don't need to argue. If this is true, because this is just a developing story that people need to dig into to truly get to the root, to find out if this is truly. But in other hands, you could see what is happening or what has been happening even before Buhari's bye. You see what has been happening. Buhari was sick. His wife was not there with him at the hospital. His wife was called that your husband don't die for hospital. Number one. Since Buhari left office, I said it before, we have not seen his wife, he and his wife together. We have not seen two of them together since 2 years ago when he left office. What is going on? He said his wife left Nigeria. He's now living in Dubai. What is the distance from here to Dubai? That his wife cannot come to Nigeria to look after his husband. His husband cannot go to Dubai to see her. It's been like this for over 2 years since Buhari left office. You see, something is about to happen. The secret they have been keeping for us is about to explode, and it's heavy. Just that, even if this is true, what are you going to do about it? If this is true, Buhari's wife divorced him before it died. Let me say that other things they told you about Buhari, is it true? You don't need anybody. You don't need a prophet to tell you again. That's what I'm trying to say now. Because of let me tell you, let me read this, what Sahara report said. Aisha Buhari was divorced from late President Buhari before his death. Farouk Berogi, this is the professor of journalism in America, stated this in a post shared on his verified Facebook page on Wednesday. Public affairs analyst and professor of journalism at Kennesaw State University in US, Farouk Berogi has claimed that Nigeria's former First Lady Aisha Buhari was divorced from the late President Muhammadu Buhari before his death. Berogi stated this in a post shared on his verified Facebook page on Wednesday, addressing reports about Aisha Buhari's allegedly saying that her late husband asked her to seek forgiveness from Nigerians on his behalf. Berogi wrote, people have been circulating a quote attributed to Aisha Buhari, claiming that Buhari asked her to seek forgiveness from Nigerians on his behalf. I can't confirm the authenticity of that claim, but what I do know is that before Buhari's death, he and Aisha were no longer married. He went further to state that Aisha had already reverted to her maiden name before Buhari's passing. Let's move on. They had divorced and Aisha reverted to her maiden name Aisha Halilu, backing his claim with observations. Beroki noted, if you paid close attention, you will notice that Aisha did not go to Daura when he retired to the town after leaving office. I said it, yes, he did not. He has never. Buhari was also alone when he later relocated to Kaduna. In fact, when he fell ill and I was suggested that Aisha traveled to London to care for him, she reportedly hesitated because she was no longer his wife. She eventually went in the last few days before he died, but only after intense persuasion. Even now, during this period of mourning, she seems understandably conflicted about her role. Of course, the professor questioned the authenticity of the widely shared statement attributed to Aisha expressing skepticism. So I am genuinely curious to know when and where Buhari told her to beg Nigerians for forgiveness. Where did she even say this? He asked. His claims come a day after Buhari was laid to rest in his country home at Daura, Katsina State. Aisha was also present at the burial, visibly grief stricken as she received comfort from several dignitaries at the event, including First Lady Oluremi. According to publicly available records, Aisha married Buhari on December 2nd, 1989. The couple had 5 children together. In September 2019, Sahara reporters citing Daily Trust reported that Aisha Buhari had been out of Nigeria for about 2 months, sparking concern within the presidential villa. According to the newspaper, multiple sources at the villa revealed that the First Lady left the country in protest over certain developments within the presidency. Now we are getting there. She reportedly departed Nigeria for Saudi Arabia to perform the Hajj pilgrimage, but did not return. When other pilgrims, credible sources said that after completing the pilgrims, she proceeded to London and remained there. So anyway, like I said, this is just a developing story, and we're going to get to the root of this. If this is true, that former first lady will divorce her husband without knowing, nobody knows about it. That means, like I said, this is true. You don't need to argue with anybody. Whatever you hear, they told you about Nigeria, that is true. Because you people don't know what is going on. Anyways, let's watch and see. What do you think? Please share this video. If you know, you have any information, you also know about this, please let us know. If you have evidence, if you have any information about this, that Buhari's wife divorced him before Buhari's death, because I see no reason why husband retired from office, went back to his old town. His wife is not with him, and even the children are with, but his wife is not with him. His wife is there, alive, not dead, lives in Dubai, can fly anywhere, can go anywhere. Husband sick at the hospital, nothing. His wife, after a lot of talk persuasion before his wife okay, so that it will not, Nigerians will not give that another narrative. But today, all the secret is coming out one after the other. So what do you think? If you know about this, please let us know and share this video.